Fugitives who deserve their 15 seconds of shame. Cops in New York say that Kevin Townsend shot a 20-year-old man to death in front of a crowd during a basketball game. Townsend also goes by Fresh and Josh, and cops say he's in the Bloods' 9 Trey street gang. Landon Luepkes is wanted in Tampa for allegedly killing a woman in a hit-and-run accident. Luepkes has a long list of prior charges and has family in Florida who may be in contact with him. Police in Milwaukee say that Jean Japp is wanted as an accessory to the sexual assault of a child. Japp could still be traveling with her fugitive boyfriend, and they could be living in Florida or Indiana. Pierre is wanted in Boynton Beach, Florida, accused of murdering a man in a crowded mall on Christmas Eve. Cops say Pierre is in the Sandcastle Soldiers gang and should be considered armed and dangerous. Now that they've had their 15 seconds of shame, you know what to do. If you've seen any of these fugitives, call our hotline at 1-800-CRIME-TV. In 20 seasons on the air, we've never had a case like this next one. And cops who've worked a beat even longer say that they've never seen anything like it either. Near Houston, Texas, a predator is slipping through the darkness. And he's committing a crime so taboo that it's hard for some people to even talk about it. Baytown, Texas, a hard-working suburb just outside of Houston. But with each day that passes, small-town life is redefined. It all started in April of 2006, when a nightmare of a man emerged from the shadows of Baytown streets. He was a rapist, but he didn't attack a woman, he attacked a young man.
Out in the streets of our cities, men don't expect to be raped. We expect women to be sexually assaulted. Women grow up knowing that that's a possibility. We don't expect men to be raped, and therefore, it's a very silent crime.
It's silent no more. 6 weeks after the first attack, the suspect struck again, attacking a man right outside his own home.
Give me your money. What? Give me your money. Okay. In the house.
And police soon realized they could be hunting a serial rapist.
After studying violence for more than 25 years, I have to say that this is the first serial rape of men that I have come across. I think the fact that we see so few cases of male rape, and now a serial rapist who targets one man after another, makes this an extremely interesting crime.
Give me your money.
Roughly every 6 weeks, cops say they've received reports of similar crimes. There have been 5 attacks total, each one more violent than the one before. The most recent attack happened in November, when the suspect broke into a man's home.
Wake up! Shut up and get out of the bed now!
Then forced him at gunpoint into a nearby wooded area and assaulted him.
He has always displayed a handgun and always threatened to use it. He has always demanded money. In all of the cases, he has always demanded sex of some type, either to be forced upon the victim or for the victim to perform.
Cops say they're certain the same man is behind each crime. Initially, he disguised himself with a mask, but he's evolving and growing more bold. And now he goes without the disguise, leading victims to come up with this composite sketch.
All 5 of our victims have described the suspect as a black male, about a medium skin tone. He has been around 6 foot tall and around 200 pounds. They've described him as having short hair, brown, dark eyes. Sometimes he has been clean shaven, and sometimes he has not. He's been well spoken. There's no discernible accent that we've been able to detect.
I wouldn't be surprised if he leads a stable lifestyle. He may have a partner with whom he's lived for a long period of time. He may have a job that he goes to regularly.
And there's another reason the cases are linked. If lined up, cops say the victims could pass for brothers. They've all been white males, ages 18 to 23, who share a small athletic build.
But it doesn't mean that the next victim might be younger or older. Doesn't mean that they'll all be white.
This particular rapist, I believe, is extremely confused about his own sexual identity and maybe his racial identity as well. He targets these particular individuals whom he has raped in retaliation. This is a crime of revenge.
I can't even begin to explain the trauma that these young men have had to deal with. It's affected their entire family. It's affected their entire lives.
Cops fear there could be other victims, simply too ashamed to come forward. Silent survivors withholding critical information. And there's no way of telling just how many others are out there.
Younger than that picture.
The way to stop this particular suspect is people have to tell. What victims need to know is that everybody's story adds a piece to the puzzle.
Otherwise, this attacker's addiction to power could turn deadly.
It is like a drug. The more power he gets, the more he needs. And unfortunately, if we don't find him, he will eventually end up killing someone.
Coming up,
these are your nieces and nephews. This can be your own child.
a sinister reality, the violence in the lives of your teenagers.
What do you say? It's a 15-year-old dying.